Alright, chapter 7. Rachel. This chapter goes into when Joe first appears at Pender's house at noon next day. Rachel showed up into the study and offered him a cup of coffee, which they then go inside, and Rachel goes into a little more detail on Pindar, the man. Pindar actually turns out he's 78, but he's not 78 at all. He's probably one of the most energetic, youthful, outgoing givers you will ever come across, and that's what Rachel goes on to explain. He's also one of the most enthusiastic and curious people that you will ever come across too. Pender strikes Joe as the driven type, but he also seems to be relaxed. Rachel laughed. Of course he seems relaxed. He is relaxed. Whoever said being anxious gets more accomplished. Joe had to admit she had a point. He had always taken it for granted that getting a lot done invariably meant a high level of stress, but then he knew plenty of people who were thoroughly stressed out yet didn't really accomplish that much. Rachel asked who you're going to see today. Sam, his financial advisor, Joe said. And then Pender shows up, and then Pender went into detail about Rachel, a little about Rachel. Rachel comes from a poor neighborhood and began working to help support her family when she was just 15 years old. She took work during doing anything and everything. She cleaned houses, landscaped, answered phones, waited tables, short-ordered cooked, worked construction, painted houses, and more. Eventually, she put herself through college on this diverse collection of jobs. Some of these tasks she enjoyed more than others. However, she approached each one as though she loved it. She did this by reminding herself that regardless of how much or how little she cared for this task itself, she relished the opportunity to serve, save, and survive, save, and serve. There we go. Survive, save, and serve, Joe interrupted. Sounds like a motto. It most certainly could be. Pender agreed. They are the three universal reasons for working. Survive, to meet your basic living needs. Save, to go beyond your basic needs. Where did I leave off? I left off at the serve portion. And to serve, make a contribution to the world around you. Joe thought of Nicole Martin's reflection on her own earlier fear of success, and it wasn't serving, she said. Unfortunately, Pender said, most people spend their entire life focusing on the first, a small number focus on the second. But those rare few who are truly successful, not just financially, but genuinely successful in all aspects of their lives, keep their focus squarely on the third, serve. Survive, save, and serve. Joe let the three words roll around in his mind as Pender continued his story of Rachel. About a year ago, Pender had bought some books at a local booksellers where Rachel had worked her way up to cafe manager. After making his purchase, he stopped by the cafe for a cup of coffee. I'm just starting a fresh pot. Rachel told him, if you're not in a hurry, why don't you just make yourself comfortable on any of the reading sofas? I'll bring you a cup as soon as you're ready. Boom. One thing led to the next, and Rachel became personal assistant to Pender, and a lot of people actually want to poach Rachel from Pender, as she's very good at what she does. Pender roared at the punchline. Well, let's get to the punchline. A few even hinted that they would like to try and hire Rachel away from Pender, referring to Pender's associates, friends, and such. But he jokingly warned that if they even tried, they would no longer be privy to his consulting services. One CEO, after hearing this, took a long, thoughtful sip of famous coffee and murmured, "Yes, well, I might just have to live with that." Pender roared at this punchline, and Joe laughed along with him. He also had the sense that there were more to Rachel's story, but it would have to wait. They had arrived at their destination. The destination to meet with Sam. Chapter 8 to follow.